Hi, my name is Rachel Wiggins, and I will be presenting my presentation today in regards to pornography. The reality is that internet safety is not guaranteed, which explains the ongoing threats and risks. And given the nature of the media cycle, the pornography boom is not without question. Pornography includes images, objects, or materials solely designed for sexual arousal, for Cornell Brown and Wright. People consume pornography differently. While some view pornography as an aid for sexual pleasures, others look at pornography during their sexual encounters to increase arousal. Whichever the case, emotional dependence on pornography ultimately leads to porn addiction, taking priority over one's health and well-being. Besides, view of sexuality differ widely by cultural and by people. Thus, the difference in opinion on several sexual controversies, such as pornography. For instance, some people are more liberal or conservative about pornography. Meanwhile, some politicians, feminists, religious groups, and law enforcement oppose pornography. Pornography is a threat to social institutions that really must be addressed. Pornography use. According to Brown, pornography is mainly used by men and is very accessible online. Plus, society places a greater restriction on female sexuality and discourage women to explore their sexuality to the same degree as men. Typically, people engage in porn to seek erotic content or satisfaction, improve negative emotions, and or to even escape boredom. Thus, porn use can either be a pleasure seeking or a coping strategy. Predisposing factors like unhealthy cultural norms, underlying mental health problems, peer pressure, relationship problems, and biological causes may increase the risk of pornography. For these reasons, children are very much equally exposed to the pornographic content as adults. Types of pornography. There are 4 categories of pornography: child pornography, indecency, and obscenity, and harmful to minors material. Obscenity includes graphic sex acts, and other deviant acts like group sex, incest, and torture. The state and federal alike use the standards established by Miller versus California to evaluate obscenity. Per the Miller versus California, obscenity is considered to excite a person's sexual interest, and community standards are used to identify obscenity. Furthermore, obscenity is taken in its entirety during evaluations and only works with questionable things. Although obscenity laws have received much criticism, they remain part of the First Amendment in legal system, per Kinsley. Unlike obscene material, indecent material is protected by the First Amendment. A material is said to be indecent if it portrays offensive or sexual content as measured by community standards. As for child pornography, as outlined in Gillespie's text, it entails any contact that exploits children for simulated sexual activities, including sexual assault, or any persons under 18 years of age. Any materials that are harmful to minors represent unsuitable or offensive content for them. Harmful to minors material is illegal when sold to minor children, but legal for adults. Not to mention, in today's digital age, children have limitless access to pornogra- pornographic content. Effects on pornography. Porn addiction has far reaching consequences, both positive and negative. Besides whether illegal or legal, pornography undermines the stability of families, marriages, and societies at large. Some potential negative effects of pornography includes addiction, unrealistic expectation of its viewers. Pornographic films usually promote unrealistic physical aspects of sex that contribute to low self-esteem, especially among women. Prolonged pornographic consumption can also increase behavioral aggression and crime. Another concern is sexual risk taking, such as unprotected sex and exposure to sexual transmitted diseases, of course. But apart from the negative effects, Per Wright argues that pornography can positively influence a person's sex life and for some be sexually empowering. Societal response to pornography. Pornography takes a toll on the society as a whole. For example, pornography contributes to a series of acts like racism, child abuse, and rape. Per Perry, as such, an aggressive response is imperative. For one, parents must have active and open conversations with their children about pornography. Besides, the young population is more vulnerable to online exploitation. Parents need to closely monitor their children online activity and offer guidance where necessary. Additionally, family members should focus on building healthy and satisfying relationships to avoid isolation and loneliness that might drive one into porn use. Understanding healthy sexuality significance influence emotionally, physically, and its spiritual well-being. In addition to, most feminists are against pornography since it's the leads to violence and discrimination against women. Pornography is primarily aimed at male consumers and objectifies women. The emphasis on male dominance over women portrays women as less deserving of dignity and respect. Thus, feminists believe that porn is a part of systematic degradation and oppression of women. Additionally, considering the perseverance of pornography in today's society, it threatens male supremacy. Even religion questions for the morality of pornography put to death, therefore, whatever belongs to your earthly nature, like sexual immortality, impurity, lust, evil, desires, greed, adultery, New International Version Bible. The damaging consequences of pornography have grabbed political attention as well. The criminal justice system has stepped up to fight the public menace and protect the general public from pornography. For example, federal law prohibits the possession, production, and distribute of child pornography. Some of the severe consequences of any violent form of pornography includes imprisonment and fine. Even with the increased efforts to manage pornographic use, more aggressive laws are still needed. Pornography remains controversial. It can be either bad or good or neutral. Regardless, pornography is addictive and can destroy the very fabrics that hold society together. It threatens good relationships, close family ties, and normalizes violent behavior. Among other multitudes of reasons, religion disapproves pornographic use, Grubbs and Perry. Therefore, people must set reasonable boundaries and expectation, especially in regards to the young. Curbing bad online behavior is an active step toward controlling porn use. Therapy and treatment can also help overcome pornographic addiction and improve quality of life. Most importantly, sensible laws are needed to reduce the imminent effects of pornography. That concludes my presentation. This below is my reference. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful night.